Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus, and welcome to the next episode of The Road to Old School MTG. So in this episode, I have these three packages to open. These are all cards towards the Alice, which is a licensed Ice Age. And that's another old school format that I've gotten into after originally being interested in the traditional 1994 old school format. Me being very partial, especially to Ice Age, this also was very interesting to me once I learned about it. I already have a deck and I've already joined my first Alice tournament from a Facebook group. And I have my first game, won the first game, lost the other two, right? So bottom now, I'm about to play the next match soon. And so these cards, actually, two of them are towards the deck that I already have, although I can't add them now, right? Because I'm already started the tournament. Two cards I unfortunately didn't get in time, from TCG player, and there was an issue. I'll explain a bit later, but so I have to just substitute different card for those two slots. But now I should have them here, along with over 40 additional cards. And those other cards is not necessarily for this deck. It's more just like I'm doing with the old school format. I'm buying a lot of staples, a lot of very commonly used cards for many different applications. And so just gives me that versatility to switch decks and have things ready for me to quickly switch from one deck to another. Or if I do have some, if I am missing some cards, it's not such a big deal as opposed to me having to purchase 20, 30 cards, like have the deck, right? I already have a lot of these already, and I might just need just a couple here and there to finish it off, right? So now I'm gonna slowly be building just like I did for my 92-94, although I'm not done with that, right? It's hard to be done buying cards for old school. But I have a pretty good base on 92-94. Like I've definitely been able to build, of course, not just a lot of Armageddon decks, but variations, but also I've done other types as well, right? So I have a pretty decent variation of cards and possibilities. So I want to slowly build that also for the Alice format, right? So let me change cameras here. Flip it around for privacy. Okay. So right here should be the two cards that I bought to replace the other two that I was missing. So let me show the purchase order. All of these were TCG player. And in general, I really like them. It's mainly for the ease, like very easy to click on it. Put an entire stack of cards. I bought over 100 several times now. This is like 44, 46, something like that. It's hit or miss for you to actually get 100% of the quality, right? So everybody says it's near mint. I always mainly try to get near mint stuff. But when I receive it, it's hit or miss. TCG players known for that. So, so I do want to give that caveat, but most of these cards are cheap anyway, right? So I'm okay with that, mainly for the ease of building up the cards that I need. So explaining that, here we go. So this right here should be this order. So this is the card, 2 Carplucent Forest. I have ordered 2 from a different seller, like right here. I got full refund because apparently the guy never sent them, or the person never sent them. I never got them. And when I contacted the person, never responded back. So TCG player stepped in, although they made me wait. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. It's like 15 business days, not days, business days. So 3 weeks before they officially stepped in and then gave me back the money. right? It's like 20 bucks or whatever. It's not a big deal, right? It's mainly the annoyance. I couldn't buy the other two because I was still, in the middle of, okay, am I getting the money back? Is the guy gonna still end up reaching back to me and then sending me the cards that they never sent before, So that was the reason why I missed out on adding these two into my Alice deck that I created. It's a red green landkill deck. So I just substituted with other cards, two other lands, right? So a little annoying, but not a big deal. Actually, it definitely impacts the stability of the deck a bit, but at least now I have it, right? So, all right, so this is the two Carplusian Forests. I got them in lightly played. I couldn't find them in near mint, or at least, like it was just going to be a hassle buying one from one and then one from another. I just wanted more compact. I wanted to have only very streamlined amount of packages. So I went for the light played, slightly under 10 each. So here's the other two. 3 Goblin Mutants. I have one, so that's why I only need 3. And that's from my way back original collection. And 2 Storm Shamans. So that was from the other order from a previous video where I had order 4. I didn't get the 2. So this is the 2 remaining from here. All right, so the other ones are near mint. Carplusian Forest should be light played. All right, let's go for it. Yep, there we go. Seat, the bubble mailer, so pretty good protection inside a little plastic with a top loader. In another video, I forgot the name of the top loader. Oh, this is slightly different. Oh no, yeah, just the top loader, and then brand new, looks nice and. Oh no, yeah, not a technically, yeah, it's one of those. It's a little flexible. I don't know if it's still called a top loader. It's slightly less strong than that, but the cards came fine, seems like. All right, 2 Storm Shamans near mint. Right, there's a little mark there, although that seems is actually printed that way, so a misprint. 3 Goblin Immune, so kind of funny look. I don't know if it's kind of visible. The one over here is definitely oh no, I said it was funny, like it is literally a different variation. I never noticed that before. It says 1995, but I'll put it up a little closer. It's kind of funny. I'll take a look at that. But 3 near mint with one with a little funny situation going on. All right, and then the 2 Carplusian Forests. Ooh. Light played. This one's light played. This one has a dent, right? Like a pencil dent, right? Like, yeah, it's visible. And then when you move it around, it's even more so. And of course, scratches and such, that's not a big deal. I don't know if a dent can, scratches, like weathering, like just, that's one thing, like this one, right? I guess I'll put it up in the close-up camera. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed with that one, but whatever, not the biggest deal in the world. All right, so let's see if I can flip the camera. This is not the same one I had usually. So unfortunately, I'm having that issue. So it's not the best quality. So compare this Carplusian Forest, if you can, if the quality is even decent. Not the best at all, unfortunately. Okay, so this one's fine. So this is, I don't know if it's going to be visible, especially with this bad camera. Right on this mountain there. There's a dent, not a dent, a scratch. Yes, totally not noticeable in this one. Let's see if I can bring it up closer. Oh yeah, this one's the same thing. All right, unfortunately, no decent up close pictures, images at the moment. All right, but yeah, I'm disappointed there. Okay, so now, so the other two, that's nothing. Here, it's actually two different prints, unless I got some kind of a counterfeit. But there are, I know there are, different printing waves. So these two look significantly different. First of all, the color is different. This one is, no, the other one is lighter. The image is lighter, and the red is more light, right? But it's still strong, but it's a lighter red. This camera barely shows it, unfortunately. But the main thing now is look at the text box. Right, it's totally different. Look, right, you can tell it's just written in a different way. And then, just the way the text shows here, and then as compared to the other one. But then they both have the Ice Age icon, and they both say 1995. But they are very different looking. So it's just a little curious. Maybe I might research into that just to, yeah, you see here, you can even here, you can see very drastic difference between the two. Yeah, so I'm curious about that. If anybody in the comments knows about that, that would be cool to know. All right, that one's fine. So this one here, let me share screen again. Where am I at? 4 IC manipulators. So this is just a staple. I have 4 unlimited ones that cost at least 80 and above each. So imagine now you can get from unlimited. It was IC manipulator was not reprinted in revised, but then it was reprinted in Ice Age, right? But totally different parts. So 124 each, so slightly less than $5. I got 4 of those, and it said near mint. So let's see if that's the case. All right, so just a regular envelope, no padding inside, but they're not expensive cards, so I don't take any negative for that. So the receipt is around it, so that's nice. Here's the card. This one does. Okay, seems like it's the same people, or this is the way TCG Player asks all its sellers to place the cards as, right? Because it's pretty much identical to the way the other seller did it. So, and the same kind of top loader type stuff, right? The flimsier one. That went inside a little plastic, and then the 4 cards. So it was shipped the same way as the other one, other than it didn't come in a bubble mailer, but this one is cheaper. All right, yeah, these are all near mint, definitely. So yeah, this brings it back. So even here, yeah, you can tell there's a quality difference. Yeah, so yeah, I never noticed that before, but it's kind of interesting. So I guess it's not a counterfeit issue or anything. It's, I guess, just different printings, and it's just kind of funny that you know, within these, I'm seeing them very clearly. So let's see if this camera maybe can kind of catch. So now, so once again, the lightest one is on the left compared to the darker one. And how the text is written is a little bit different. Like the text on the darker one is bigger. You know, the font slightly different, barely, right? But if you look not even hard enough, right? Just enough, you'll notice the differences. All right, so it happened again. So this must be normal then. I thought it was maybe something a little special, but it's not. So the left one is a bit brighter. I know this camera sucks. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to see if I can make my other one work again. And then can you even tell the text on it? Okay, I guess kind of. Yeah, just definitely different text. Right, so either different ways of printing or different companies printed. I know Cardamundi wasn't the only one, right? But yeah, this is more curious than anything, not a big deal. All right, so this is the big one here. All right, so let's take a look at the order. So this the bigger one, the whole thing here is $15, right? So a lot of these are just, oh yeah, basically everything is cheap. Nothing here is $1, but I got 4 of for the most part. Actually, yeah, I think except for the monsoon, I got 4 of for all of them. That's why it ended up being 15 in total. All right. All right, so let's see. For Abyssal Spectre, I have to buy them into different batches. For Dark Ritual, for Icequake, for Night of Stromgald, for Misinformation, 1 more Monsoon, because I had made a mistake on the last Alice video, and I just got 3 of these, right? So do I plan on having a need for 4? No, but my OCD compels me to finish it off. For Stormbind, this is definitely something that I'm considering for the deck that I've already created. I can't change it anymore for the tournament that I'm in, right? So it's I've already started, but I am testing out Stormbinds to substitute certain cards, just to tweak it, and it's just good to have it. This is a very strong card. For Stunted Growth, for Withering Wisp. There's definitely a lot of Withering Wisp decks, so I just wanted to have some black cards available. So Abyssal Spectre, Dark Ritual, Icequake, Knights, and Withering Wisp. That gives me a good solid base for black. All right, so let's see if I got everything that was stated. This has happened already a couple times. Let's see. So it came in a cardboard box. And then another cardboard box inside it. Ooh, this one's different. So my receipt here. That's interesting. So it doesn't shake around, and it's taped to it. Oh, okay. So it definitely doesn't shake around. All right, and then they stuffed all the cards in that plastic. Now, okay, the mail is going to be harder to pull out. All right. Misinformation. I had a Misinformation Stunted Growth deck way back then, and I love that thing, even though it was not particularly good. So maybe this time around I can actually make it better. So that's why I wanted these cards. All right, so for Misinformation, and I believe everything, yep, near mint. Yeah, this whole batch should be near mint. Yep, looks great for near mint. And then for Abyssal Spectre, so this is the nerfed version of Hypnotic Spectre. Way more nerfed. So one more mana, colorless, one more toughness for that, but then the card gets chosen by the opponent. Oh yeah, this even here. So once again, I'm seeing differences in the text. Yeah, very clear difference in how the name is written there. The color the color looks the same on this one, or at least pretty similar. That it's not so obvious in black. All right, so yeah, must be a normal thing. I haven't seen it in the other ones, in my other cards, or at least maybe I didn't notice it. All right. So for that, so I'm gonna put it there. 4 dark riches. I had a couple, I think, but they were all beat up. So I wanted to get them in a nicer condition. 4 of them, 4 ice quake. I had these way back then. I guess I traded them, or maybe there's a box or a couple somewhere around the house that's gonna contain some more stuff. 4 Knights of Strong Gold. Yeah, this is pretty decent quality, all of these, for what was advertised. Sorry for the glare there. That's a dark ritual. So 1 monsoon near mints, fine. Ooh, that glare is horrible there. I've had to play a lot with the glare, you know, how to manage it during games, online games. I'm basically now turning off the light because I'm right over the light. But the way I have my computer set up, it has to be here, right? So I just can't put it anywhere else, or at least it would be, you know, this is the best place for it basically, right? And then anywhere else, I would be sacrificing a lot of convenience. Right, but so then basically now I have the light off. I got a lamp here with where's the light, I can turn it around, flip it around, and then I just play around with the placement of it. Does work pretty decently. All right, so for Stormbind, yeah, a little weathering, but I guess they're near mint. 4 Stunted Girls. I used to love these things. I had never ever seen Withering Wisps, even when I was playing Ice Age back in the day. All right, this one has like a bit of a roller line. Yeah, I feel so. It's a little, but looks like it came like that. I mean, it was made like that. This one has a little scratch there, so I think that's like play. But like I said, not a big deal, at least for me. And then 4 Withering Wisp, so it's like Pestilence, a nerfed Pestilence, right? So a lot of these cards are nerfed versions of more famous, more powerful cards. All right, so let's see if this matches with my order. So for Abyssal, for Dark Ritual, for Icequake, for Knights, for Misinformation, 1 Monsoon, for Stormbind, yep, Stunted Girls, and Withering Wisp. All right, so there's definitely a nice base here. So here, also I'm pretty glad to have the Icy Manipulators. I did have them way back in the day. I couldn't find them anymore, so I must have traded them or whatever, or maybe it's in another box somewhere around here that I still cannot find. Because I could have sworn I had more cards than what I've actually found. I'm surprised I have so few. So maybe there is a box somewhere around there. All right, but either way, so Form Storm Shamans, I may add 1 or 2 here. So for the Goblin Mutants, a lot of people use this instead of Boduvian Hordes. I bought 4 of those. I have 1 of these already from my own collection. Whenever possible, if the card from my original collection is decent enough, even if it's, you know, like in moderate play, I'm opting to use it, right? Just for the, you know, to continue the nostalgia. It'd be pretty, I think it's pretty cool for me to, wherever I can, use the actual cards that I actually had as a teenager. So I do have one Goblin Mutant that's in decent condition. So that's why I just bought the 3 here. But yeah, so I might try replacing the Baldurian Hordes with these, or maybe, half and half. We'll see, right? But this is definitely a strong, for Alice standards, a strong red creature. So, and it could be both, right? Baldurian Horde and these, right? So it depends. But it's a staple. I wanted to have that option. All right, so shorter video for today. I gotta add these to my deck. And then now that I have a couple more red things, yeah, this is just even this, right? I'm definitely considering adding at least one Stormbind, maybe 2, into my land destruction deck. It's just a solid card. So this gives me a nice room to experiment, add different things to my deck, and this gives me just a lot of options for if I ever I decide to, instead of going red black, I definitely started considering, because black also has the ice quakes, right? So there's some land destruction in it, not as strong as red and green, but at least in this one you get dark banishing, right? So you get this card, right? So that's another way of getting rid of a land, having the player discard it, right? So it still, it still fulfills the same function of taking away lands from the opponent to have available. So just gives me different options to try different things, and I'll play around with it, see what I come up with. But other than that, this is a shorter video. I'm trying to make things shorter, more compact, so I don't ramble on so much, which you have noticed I do, and I have noticed I do. All right, so let's leave it up to here. Thank you for watching.